Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Elan's Fictional Sports Universe, formerly known as EOSN, and there's a reason for the name change. We will be talking about that at another time. But we want to welcome you guys out to continuing coverage of the second baseball classic, or the third baseball tournament I've done, and baseball is my favorite of the big four sports, so I am super excited. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It is baseball season, as I'm sure Beatles eternally, if he's out there watching, would agree with me. Today's matchup, game one of a three-game set featuring... One second, let me mess with the volume a little bit. Featuring the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Sorry, ID Jester, but if you're watching this, my Diamondbacks have got to take your Cardinals out. Today's pitching matchup, of course, Patrick Corbin taking on Lynn. Best 2 out of 3. Winner moves on to the next round. Loser's season is over. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and look at the bracket, not just for this, but for the other ones. I'm running out of time in the NBA and NHL season, so I had to go ahead and just kind of fast forward some things. So we go to the bracket. And first, we'll look at the basketball classic. All right, so the conference semifinals are set up. In the second half of the season, the Indiana Pacers lost to the New York Knicks. We did broadcast the New York-Miami game right here. And they will be taking on, big surprise, the Orlando Magic. They beat the 76ers in the game we broadcast, I believe, and beat the Magic. So they'll be taking on the Knicks. So Eastern Conference semifinal will feature New York at Orlando, and now the next one, Cleveland annihilates Boston. Look at that, 132-108. I had to with inside the paint basketball and inside the crease hockey, it's actually pretty easy to play games when you're not calling them, so you get them done in about 30, 40 minutes. So I just sat down one afternoon, and I was like, I got to catch up, so let's get this going. So starting tomorrow, we're going to have one baseball broadcast and one of these conference semifinal games, either basketball or hockey. Tomorrow we're going to start out with the basketball semifinal, and then we're going to start out with then we're going to do a baseball game, and then we'll do a hockey the next day, hockey semifinal, baseball game. Friday we are going to do a hockey or basketball semifinal and 2 baseball games, and then Saturday night we're going to I'm taking my mom out for Mother's Day, so we're not going to be able to do anything then. But Sunday, we will have 2 broadcasts as well. The game we will bring you tomorrow night will be Game 2 of the New York Yankees at Tampa Bay series. Tampa Bay wins that. They will be moving on to the next round. That game will be played in the Bronx. But the NBA game we'll be bringing you tomorrow will be Chicago at Cleveland. This matchup right here, Cleveland beat the Celtics, beat the way out of them, and then Chicago upset the Bucks. Now we move on to the Western Conference. The Jazz beat the Mavericks 94-81, so they'll be taking on the #1 ranked Los Angeles Lakers, who beat the Minnesota Timberwolves by 2. And now, moment of silence, look at that score. Golden State and Phoenix. Everybody, if you've watched the channel, you know I'm originally from Arizona, so I root for Arizona teams, but look at that. Golden State takes out the Suns for the second year in a row in the second round. Actually, no, the Suns and the Warriors met in this round last time. Anyways, they take out the Suns for the second year in a row, 145-90. They'll take on the San Antonio Spurs, who took out Oklahoma City Thunder, 106-70. So that's how basketball looks, and we're going to kick that off tomorrow with coverage of this game, the Cleveland hosting Chicago. Winner goes to the Eastern Conference Final. And then after that, we'll be bringing you Game 2 of the Yankees-Tampa Bay series from the Bronx. Let's go ahead and now switch gears over to hockey. The Hockey Classic. And some interesting things happen there as well. Vancouver Canucks face the Chicago Blackhawks, who beat Winnipeg 3-0. Chicago beat Vancouver. That's probably my second favorite team, Vancouver. 5-1. 5-1, 1-5. The Vancouver Canucks are not getting out of that one alive. So they will take on, and get this, we put Detroit in the Western Conference side of the bracket, in the Western Conference, just for this year until the Knights are able to come on and take that on. And look who they, after beating Colorado 6-3, look who they get to face. We're renewing an old rivalry for a chance to go for the spot in the conference final. Detroit at Chicago. Then after that, St. Louis beat San Jose 2-0. We did broadcast their first game against the Stars where they won 5-3. We broadcast the first Arizona game where they beat the Nashville Predators 1-0. They went on to beat the Oilers 2-0. And created goalie. He's based off of Columbus's goalie. I can't remember his name, but he's got the same attributes as him. He's the only goalie not to allow any goals in the entire season. So for Arizona, Clancy Rogers there, based off of the goalie from Columbus. All right, so for the Eastern Conference, Pittsburgh beat the New Jersey Devils 4-3. And they'll take on the Columbus Blue Jackets, who beat the Caps, taking out the Caps before the postseason technically even starts, 3-2. Battle of the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. Final score there, Rangers win 4-3, and they will host the on-fire Tampa Bay Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals. So all that is finally set up. We are finally ready to move on to our broadcast. Oh, sorry, hold on. Finally ready to move on to our broadcast. So, all right. There it is. A beautiful afternoon here in Busch Stadium at beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. Let's go ahead and talk about the starting lineups for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Starting center fielder and leadoff hitter, A.J. Pollock. Batting second, third baseman, Jake Lamb. Batting third, right fielder, J.D. Martinez. Batting fourth, first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Batting fifth in left field, Ian Martin. Batting sixth, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Brandon Drury. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Chris Owings. And the pitcher, of course, tonight, Patrick Corbin. For the Cardinals, leading off, the catcher, Yadier Molina. Batting second, the first baseman, Matt Carpenter. Batting third, the left fielder, Tommy Pham. Cleanup, shortstop, Paul DeJong. Batting fifth, Dexter Fowler playing center field. Sixth, Randall Gerchif, the right fielder. Seventh, the third baseman, Jed Goico. Eighth, the second baseman, Colton Wong. And Lance Lynn, the pitcher, wrapping it up. All right, so you will see some created players based on basically random players. I have a friend who's super crazy about the Houston Astros, so I created a player for him and put him on the Astros. I created a player for myself and put myself on the Diamondbacks, and that's Ian Martin. And to make it as fair as I could, I found a random list generator with all the teams in the MLB, NFL, NHL, stuff like that. And I hit it, and I'm an outfielder normally when I play, so left fielder. And so what happens is whatever team comes up, I design that player for that year after that guy. So Ian Martin, completely random, but it came up Houston, so I designed him after George Springer. So this Martinez, Goldschmidt, Martin, like that, is going to be a very potent 3, 4, 5. So let's go ahead and get this one started. Lance Lynn to the mound. Last season, or during the 2017 season, he went 11-8 with a 3.43 ERA, 151 hits, 153 strikeouts, and only 73 walks. So he does not walk often. As a righty will go up, and he'll face A.J. Pollock. First at bat of the young season. Game one for both of these two teams. And I think we are finally ready for the first pitch between Arizona and St. Louis. Let's go ahead and extend that a little bit. Just want to make that look as good as possible. All right, so Lynn steps on the mound, and we are underway. And swing and a miss, and down goes Pollock. So the Diamondbacks quickly losing A.J. Pollock. So now here comes Jake Lamb. Lance Lynn looking in. Righty versus lefty, and the delivery. And that one called ball. He wanted the strike, but he's not going to get it. As he'll give another pitch to Lamb. This one, ground ball, hit at Matt Carpenter. He picks it up, tags the base, and that's going to be out number 2. And now here comes J.D. Martinez with 2 down. He was an absolute terror, as you can see right here. Hey, 20 of 20 chance on a home run roll if it comes to that. But first, he's got to get the right dice for it. Lynn looking into Molina. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and down goes JD. So a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. And now they'll take the plate and they'll face Patrick Corbin. Corbin will go on to the mound. And he had a pretty decent season last year. I mean, he was 500, 14-13, 4.03 ERA, 189.2 innings pitched, 178 strikeouts, and 53 walks. So we are ready to go here. Game 1, winner of this one, of course, will be 1 win away. Game 2 will be in Arizona, and I have those randomly scheduled. Looking at my schedule, that game 1, 2 at Arizona, will not be played for quite a while. So tomorrow's baseball game will be, of course, Game 2, featuring the Yankees and the Rays. Then after that, it'll be another series opener between Detroit and Houston. Corbin getting ready to deliver for the first time this season. And he will get another pitch. Air check. Here we go. 2-3. Ground ball right at Lamb. Lamb boots the ball, and that's a one-base error. And the Cardinals get on first. Jake Lamb, not the most defensively sound third baseman. He's on this team mainly for his bat because he's got that going for him. Looks like they're going to employ the sack for Matt Carpenter to try to move Molina over. Corbin looks in, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Matt Carpenter. So, with one on, one out, here comes Tommy Pham. Left fielder. And the pitch. Corbin walked him, and now you got a runner in scoring position, and Arizona in a little bit of trouble. This team in my classics has been so frustrating for me as an Arizona Diamondbacks fan to watch. The first year they started red hot. The first time I did a play along or a classic or whatever, they got red hot. Looked like they were going to the playoffs and then blew it at the very, very end. Next year, they make it to the playoffs. They make it to the NLDS. They lose the NLDS because back then I wasn't doing series. I was doing one-off games, which I kind of regret now. But they lose in the NLDS to the Nationals, who would go on to the World Championship game. And how did they lose? A bases-loaded walk in extra innings. This Arizona Diamondbacks team is so frustrating for me to watch at times. Patrick Corbin looking in. Kicks and fires. And he wants the strike on Paul DeJong, but the umpire is not going to give it to him. Iannetta shaking his head as he gets back down in the crouch. Here comes the pitch to Paul DeJong. Oh, boy. This one. Fly ball into right field. It's going to get over Martin's head. That's going to be a triple. 1 run scores. Here comes Pham. 2 scores. An RBI triple for Paul DeJong. And the Diamondbacks are quickly in an 0-2 hole. Here comes Dexter Fowler. 1 down. Another one 90 feet away from scoring. Deep breath by Corbin, and the pitch. And we're going to get an error check. Fly ball, right field. J.D. Martinez catches the ball. Looks like DeJong is going to tag up and he's going to score. So he scores on the sac fly to right field. So it's a 3-0 ball game, 2 down, and here comes Randall Gerchik. Corbin getting hurt a little bit this first inning, but we saw the same thing happen with Chris Archer. Gave up a 2-run homer to Aaron Judge in game 1, and then his team came back and won that one 3-2. Here comes the pitch by Corbin, and it's fouled off, so we'll roll again. Corbin kicks, fires. Tries to get Gerchuk to swing, but it's outside, so we'll get another pitch. Fly ball, right field. Pollock is waving him off. He's got the ball, and that's going to be out number 3. So, after 1, we have, the Cardinals 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and they lead 3-0. Goldschmidt, Martin, and Ionetta due up for the D-backs. If you're out there in the chat, go ahead and pop in there. We'd love to hear from you. If you're watching this on demand, give us a like and a comment. As Goldschmidt will come in. He had a pretty decent year in 2017. Not the same for 18. He's kind of struggling at the moment, but he's going to come through for us. Just you watch. Here comes a pitch from Lynn. And he tries to get Goldschmidt to swing at one, but he didn't fool him. So Goldschmidt will get another pitch. And this one. Grounded right to the first baseman, Matt Carpenter, who tags the bag, and that's going to be out number 1. And here comes Ian Martin. Switch hitter. So he'll be on the left-hand side of the plate, phasing off against Lance Lynn. And this one, fly ball, deep center field. Fowlers makes the catch. That's going to be out. Number 2. Here comes Chris Ionetta. And this one going to the stadium. Chris Ionetta pops this one high. Molina's got it, and that's going to be out number 3. So a very quick innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. And it's 3-0. St. Louis going into the bottom of the 3rd. Goyko, Wong, and Lynn due up. Tell you what, this could not have started any better for the Cardinals. Bottom of the 2nd, they lead by 3. Goyko, Wong, and Lynn. Corbin trying to shake off that 3-run shaky first inning he got. And this one might be an error on the throw. If there is the throw, we'll find out. This one, fly ball into left field. Martin, all the way back to the warning track, makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 1. Corbin kicks and fires. And we'll get another pitch. And that one grounded right to Goldschmidt, who picks it up, tags the bag, and it's 2 down with Lance Lynn up. Diamondbacks looking to get out of this one. Corbin takes a deep breath, kicks, fires, and Lynn. Ground ball right at Drury. Brandon Drury flips it to Goldschmidt, and that's going to be out number 3. So, no runs, no hits, no errors, and it's 3-0 after 2 in favor of St. Louis. Drury, Owings, and Corbin due up. All right, Brandon Drury in now. Lance Lynn through 2 innings has got 2 strikeouts, no hits, no runs. Arizona looking for their first hit. And almost hits Drury. Barely missed him, so we're going to have to go again. Brandon Drury gets the pitch. This one, fly ball into right field. It's going to drop, and that's going to be one. He's rounding first, headed for second, and that's a double. And the Diamondbacks have their first hit of the season. Now Chris Owings, we'll see what he can do here. CO with Corbin on deck. They got to get him on base somehow. Swing and a miss, and down goes Owings. So now Corbin will come up with a runner in scoring position and 1 down. And the pitch by Lynn. Ooh, range play at the stadium. We'll see what happens here. Ground ball hit at Carpenter, and it's going to get past him.
Let that ball get by him.
It got past him, and that's going to give Corbin A base hit, and now Drury is sitting over there on third. Here comes A.J. Pollock, 0 for 1, struck out earlier. Diamondbacks with a chance here, 1 down. Runners on the corners, the pitch by Lynn. And he hits Pollock. And the bases are loaded for Jake Lamb. Big chance here for the Diamondbacks. We'll see what happens here. Fly ball, right field, Gerchik. Runner on second, fly out chart. Makes the catch, but what's going to happen here? 3 from BR rating if 1D is less than equal. Otherwise hold. So everyone holds. Oh, but wait a second. Let's see what happens here. So Drury will score, which makes sense, but Corbin holds at second. So with 2 down, Arizona's on the board. Down by 2. J.D. Martinez due up. 0 for 1, struck out as well. And I'm trying to think. Does that? Yeah, he struck out. And swing and a miss. Down goes Martinez. Here comes Corbin as he'll go on with a run now on 2 hits, no errors. It is 1-3 going in to the bottom of the third. Molina, Carpenter, and Pham due up for the Redbirds. Corbin on the mound, gets ready to try to work the Diamondbacks back into this one. The pitch, and that one singles past Corbin into center field. Pollock picks it up, and that's a single for Molina. Here comes Carpenter. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the pitch. 16, there's no wild pitch, so. And swing and a miss. Down goes Carpenter. Here comes Pham. 0 for 1, or 0 for 0, walked and later scored as part of that 3-run inning in the first. And it's going to be an error check. We'll see what happens here. This one, ground ball hit at Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt picks it up. And he'll advance. Yep, he'll advance. Goldschmidt picks it up. Flick hits the bag, and that's going to be out number 2. Molina is still over there on second with Paul DeJong. He's the guy who hit the triple to make this a 3-run first inning for the Cardinals. And DeJong wanted the ball, but he's not going to get it, so we'll get another pitch instead. This one, ground ball, hit right at, hit right at Jake Lamb. Lamb kicks it over to Goldschmidt. Out at first, and they get the play. So, heading into the fourth. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the Diamondbacks trail the Cardinals 3-1. Due up for Arizona, Goldschmidt, Martin, and Iannetta once again. All right, Paul Goldschmidt up to bat, 0 for 1, facing Lance Lynn here in the top of the fourth. Arizona down by 2, and the pitch. And he walks Goldschmidt, so now here comes Ian Martin, who could be the tying run. What the crap? Did I not edit those? All right, I'm going to have to fix that later. He's just going to have a really bad first game. And the pitch. And Martin wanted the walk, but he's not going to get it, so we'll get another one. This one, ground ball, hit at Gorko. And we'll see what happens here. If roll is less than DP, Force at second. Okay, so they're going to get the out at second, and Martin will get to first. And that's dangerous because he's got a stolen base of 8. So here comes Chris Iannetta. 0 for 1, 1 down, and the pitch by Lance Lynn. And it'll go to his card. Ground ball hit at DeJong. And over to second to get Martin. First to get Iannetta, and they get the double play. So no runs, no hits, no errors. It's 3-1 Cardinals. Fowler, Gerchik, and Goyko due up for the St. Louis squad. Well, if you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan, you're happy with the start of this season. If you're not, then you're a little frustrated with Arizona. And if you're just wanting a good ball game, you are getting that as well. Dexter Fowler due up. Oh, he's 0 for 0, but he got 1 run batted in, as he was the guy who flew out to score DeJong after the triple, and he walks Fowler. So here comes Gerchuk. If it's on the ground, it could be an error. We're about to find out. And this one, ground ball, hit at Lamb, and yep, he commits another error. So that's 2 errors on Jake Lamb. His defense is about to cost the Diamondbacks. Nobody down, runners on first and second. Here comes Goyko. Corbin, the pitch. And he walked the bases loaded. He's walked the bases loaded, so now here comes Colton Wong. 0 for 1. Pitch by Corbin. This one, fly ball into right field. Martinez back to the track, and it goes foul. He missed a grand slam by about 3 feet. Wrong side of the foul pole. Here comes the pitch to Colton Wong. Next one. Grounded to Owings. Owings gonna go for the double play, but they're not gonna get it. 1 run scores. Gerchik's gonna go on. And they get the force out at second. So after all of that, the Diamondbacks let Fowler score instead of just playing smart and trading the run for the out. Here comes Lance Lynn. Runners on the corners. If you're Corbin, you got to get the pitcher out right here. Take away that sacrifice threat of Yadier Molina. Big moment in the game right here. Here comes the pitch to Corbin. Swing and a miss, and down goes Lynn. Now he'll face Yadier Molina. 1 for 2. 1 run scored. And the pitch. And he walks Molina. The bases are loaded again. Big deep breath by Patrick Corbin, and the pitch. No wild pitch because 16 isn't in there. Swing and a miss, and down goes Matt Carpenter. And the Diamondbacks get out of that one. 1 run on no hits, 1 error. Drury, Owings, and Corbin due up for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 5th. 4-1 St. Louis. Well, not the best start that we've seen to the game for Arizona, but it's baseball. St. Louis is just playing absolute clutch right now. They're taking advantage of opportunities they're given. And Lance Lynn is throwing a beauty right now. 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, only 1 run earned, and 2 hits given up. Not bad. First outing for him. Pitch to Drury. Swing and a miss, and there's strikeout number 5. So Brandon Drury goes down, and now here comes Chris Owings, who is a strikeout victim. And the pitch. Oh boy, this one could be good here for Arizona. Nope. This one, fly ball, deep right field. Gerchik back to the track, makes the jump, and makes the catch. And that's out number 2. A home run saving play by Randall Gerchik, the right fielder. And now it's 2 down with Patrick Corbin up. Corbin is 1 for 1. He probably won't get another hit. As he swings and misses, down goes Corbin. So we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's 4-1 St. Louis. Pham, DeJong, and Fowler due up for the leaders right now. Patrick Corbin about to start his 5th inning worth of work. Don't know how much longer he can go out there, but we'll see. First pitch by Corbin. It's going to be an error check on the throw. Tommy Pham. Ground ball to Owings. Owings. No error. What is that? No error, so he gets it over to first. Goldschmidt steps on the bag, and that's out number 1. So no error. Good job there by CO. And pitch by Corbin. Oh boy, DeJong slams this one into left field. Martin can't even get there. And that is clear for landing in the left field bleachers. Home run Cardinals. 5-1 St. Louis. That was a forget about it. And now Corbin, that might be the end of the line for him, as Fowler's coming up. So, yep, that's going to be it as they're going to the bullpen. Coming in for the Diamondbacks. Not responding. Great. Come on. Let's try it again. For some reason, it wouldn't let me do it. TJ McFarland going in for the Diamondbacks. McFarland, last season, 4-5 record, 5.33 ERA, only 54 innings pitched. They're probably only going to use him to get out of this inning and then maybe turn it over to someone like De La Rosa or Bradley. McFarland with the pitch. And Fowler doesn't go after it. Next one to Fowler. Fly ball into center field. It's going to drop right in front of Pollock. Rounding first is Fowler, and he's got a double. So now the Diamondbacks in more trouble with the dangerous Fowler over there on second. TJ McFarland versus Gerchuk, who robbed the Diamondbacks of that home run earlier. Gerchuk waiting for the pitch. This one, fly ball, right field. It's going to get past Martinez, up against the wall. He rounds second. Fowler's going to score, and that's an RBI triple for Randall Gerchuk. It's 6-1, and Arizona is bleeding, and there's no way to stop it right now. The Cardinals sensing blood in the water like the blood red they see on the jerseys and the caps of their teammates, and they are attacking like the many-time champions this team is. Arizona ranked number 9, St. Louis ranked number 8. If you're Arizona, you got to put this outing behind you and get ready to go play at home to stay alive. TJ McFarland kicks and fires. Nope, it's going to be up to Gorko. We'll go for one with a walk. Gorko, ground ball right at Lamb. Lamb as the base runner on third, going to try and score. Yes. No. They got us. They can't really worry about it. So he'll score. And but wait, hold on. One's out. Okay, so he's thrown out at first. Okay. So now here comes Colton Wong. 0 for 2 with an RBI. And McFarland trying to get out of this one. And it's going to be up to Wong now. Has him right where he wants it. This one, ground ball right to Drury. Drury to Goldschmidt, and that finally ends this hellacious inning for the Diamondbacks. Going into the top of the 6th, it is 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 7-1 Redbirds. Pollock, Lamb, Martinez due up for the Diamondbacks. All right, A.J. Pollock on, has not done much. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And the Diamondbacks are struggling. There's no other way to put it. The Cardinals just outplaying them in every facet of the game right now. Hitting. Look at this. Hits, 5. Arizona, 2. Runs, obviously, 7-1. And pitching, Lance Lynn still in there, about to go into his 6th inning of work. The Cardinals chased out Corbin before he could begin his 5th. So let's see what Lance Lynn has, as this might be one of the last times we see him in this game. And tries to strike out Pollock, but Pollock ain't having that. Instead, he's going to fly into center field. Fowler makes the catch, and that's out number 1. Now that'll bring up Jake Lamb. 0 for 1, but he has the one lone RBI from the Diamondbacks. Pitch by Lynn. Swinging and a miss, and down goes Jake Lamb. That's strikeout number 7 for Lance Lynn. And now he'll face J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 2 and has not done anything for this club. And the pitch, down goes Martinez. He strikes out. So here comes Lance Lynn. He's going to lead off for the Cardinals. Going into the bottom of the 6th, it's 7-1 on no runs, no hits, no errors. Lynn, Molina, and Carpenter due up for the Cardinals. I think it's time we start looking at St. Louis as a legitimate contender. They are putting to bed a team that, according to the 2017 stats, should have been in the conversation for a title. But the Cardinals are just absolutely manhandling them. Oh, wait, we don't want McFarland in there. We want to get him out. So Arizona is going to bring in another reliever. And it's going to be Jorge De La Rosa. Okay. So Jorge comes in for the Diamondbacks. Oh, my bad. His line, 3-1, 4.21 ERA, and 51 1/3 innings pitched. 46 hits, 45 strikeouts, and only 17 walks. He'll start with Lance Lynn, and they're gonna leave him in there because they've got a massive lead, and there's no reason to really think about pulling him. And he's gonna walk Lynn. How about that? Lance Lynn works a walk against De La Rosa, who comes out of the pen, and he's already frustrated. Here comes Yadier Molina. 1 for 2, 1 walk, and a run scored. And the pitch. Tried to get Molina to chase, but he didn't. And the next pitch. Ground ball right at Drury. And let's see. Roll is less than, no, runner on first. Then Drury's going to tag second. Try to go to Goldschmidt in time, but it's not going to work. So they get the lead runner, but Molina is safe at first. Here comes Matt Carpenter, 0 for 3, 3 strikeouts. Let's see if De La Rosa can continue that trend. Fly ball into left field. Martin makes the catch, and that's out number 2. And now here comes Tommy Pham, 0 for 2, 1 walk, 1 run scored. And hopefully this will be the final one for De La Rosa as he is in trouble. Energy-wise, that is. As we're waiting for the dice to roll. And he tried to get Pham to chase, but it didn't work out. This one, fly ball into right field. Martinez camped out under it, makes the catch. And the Diamondbacks retire the side. Whoa, wait a second, go back. I went a little too fast, apparently. So Matt Carpenter fly out to left field. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Goldschmidt, Martin, Iannetta do up for the Diamondbacks. It's 7-1. The Cardinals staking their claim going into the top of the 7th, trying to stake their claim at that championship spot. The heck? Hold on, we gotta finish this up. Gonna call it a strikeout. He struck him out. He struck. Fine, whatever. Either way, it's an out, right? 2, 3, yep. Okay. All right, Goldschmidt, Martin, and Iannetta do up for the Diamondbacks. Goldschmidt, 0 for 1 with a walk. He'll face Lance Lynn probably for the last time tonight. Top of the 7th. 5-4. Ground ball hit right at DeJong. DeJong over to Carpenter, and that's going to be out number 1. Here comes Ian Martin. 0 for 2, trying to get something going. And the pitch. And he'll get another roll, maybe get something good here. This one, single on the third base line, past Goyko, and Martin gets on for his first hit of the game. Here comes Chris Iannetta, 0 for 2, facing Lance Lynn. And no wild pitch there. So we'll re-roll. Blank card. Iannetta could do some damage here. This one, ground ball, hit at Colton Wong. Runner on for, and Wong's going to throw it over to second. Get Martin, but Iannetta will get to first. Top of the 7th, 2 down, 1 out away from stretch time. Lance Lynn facing Brandon Drury. Drury 1 for 2 with a double, and is the 1 run scored by Arizona. Swing and a miss, and down goes Drury, and it is stretch time here in St. Louis. 7-1. The Cardinals, DeJong, Fallon, Gerchuk do up. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. And right now, Arizona just trying to get out of this game and focus on getting back home for game 2, which, as I mentioned, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games that we'll be playing between this one and the next one. So it may be a while till we get to it. Jorge De La Rosa going to come out for Arizona. They're going to use, who are they going to use? Let's find out. Jimmy Sherfy will come in. Sherfy, 2-0, 1 save, a 0 ERA, 10 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. So pretty small sample size, but a dominant pitcher nonetheless in that small sample. Except when it came to the playoffs when he got rocked by the Dodgers last year. Sherfy gets a ground ball to Lamb. Over to Goldschmidt, and that's going to be out number 1. Next up will be Fowler. 1 for 1, 1 double and a walk, 2 runs scored with that RBI. And Sherfy gets him to foul one off. This one, ground ball right back to Owings. Owings to Goldschmidt, out number 2. So Sherfy getting rid of him quickly. See if he can keep it up. And Gerchik, 1 for 3 with the triple. A run scored, an RBI. Fly ball into left field. Martin makes the catch, and the Cardinals finally go 1-2-3 for the first time in what seems like forever. The Diamondbacks show some signs of a defense, but they got a long way to go. The Cardinals just outplaying them in every facet of the game. It is 7-1 going into the top of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Owings, Sherfy, and Pollock due up for the Diamondbacks. Beautiful Tuesday afternoon here in St. Louis. One thing I should mention, because of my work schedule, broadcasts are going to start being in the morning. So I've got a really funky work schedule. I work in the mornings on Tuesdays, and that's basically it, and every other Friday. So besides that, it'll be I work at nights, and my broadcasting will be in the morning. So Lance Lynn, I think they're going to leave him in there until he gets into trouble, but he'll definitely be pulled after this inning. Owings, 0 for 2. And Owings singles past the second baseman, and that's going to be a base hit for Arizona. And they're going to pull Sherfy. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter, Ketel Marte. I like this one. Pitch by Lance Lynn. And that one singles past Lance Lynn, and Ketel Marte puts a runner in scoring position. And that's it for Lance Lynn. Can the Diamondbacks get to the bullpen? They seem to do just fine, and Trevor Rosenthal is going to come in. Oh, wait, back to game. Rosenthal will check out his thing as he gets ready to face Pollock. He's a right-handed pitcher. He went 3-4, 11 saves, 3.40 ERA, 47 innings pitched, 37 hits, 76 strikeouts. So not an easy task for the Diamondbacks, as Pollock will be the first man to face him. 3-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Pollock. And now here comes Jake Lamb. Righty versus lefty. They really like this matchup for Pollock. Pollock. What's he going to do? That's going to be a single. Pass Wong. What Owings is going to come around and score. Marte to third, and the Diamondbacks have runners on the corners for J.D. Martinez. If he can hit a Martinez bomb, a J.D. dinger, then the Diamondbacks could be back in this thing. Pitch by Rosenthal. Swing and a miss, and down goes J.D. So now it's up to Paul Goldschmidt. And the pitch. It's going to be a range play. Where are they going to put it? Where are you going to put it? Fly ball, right field. Gerchik running over, and he makes the diving catch. And the Diamondbacks go down. They're going to bring in a new pitcher, too. It's going to be Jake Barrett. But 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Goico, Wong, and Rosenthal due up for the Cardinals. It's 2-7. Well, if you're the Diamondbacks, that gives you a little bit of hope for Game 2, but at the same time, you've got to score runs off their starters. I mean, there's no way that you can beat St. Louis in 2 more games. I mean, you lose this game, you can't lose another one. There is no third chance. You get a second chance, but that's about it. Jake Barrett for the Diamondbacks. 1-1. 5 ERA, 27 innings pitched, 27 hits allowed, 26 strikeouts. I am not thrilled with this guy. I'm sorry. I am so biased when it comes to Arizona teams. And the pitch, and Goyko won't strike out, so we'll go again. I'm trying to not be biased. This one, fly ball in the center field. Pollock makes a catch. It's out number 1. And the next pitch by Barrett. Swinging and a miss, and down goes Colton Wong, the home run hitter. And now they're going to pull Trevor Rosenthal. We'll see what pinch hitter they select. It's going to be Jose Martinez. Against left-handed pitchers, he's deadly. Right-handed, not so much. And the pitch. Oh, we're going to test the stadium. Ground ball hit at Owings. Owings kicks it over to Goldschmidt, and that's going to do it. We go to the top of the 8th. The Cardinals, 3 outs away from putting down the Diamondbacks. It is 7-2. Martin, Ionetta, and Drury due up for the Diamondbacks. Martin is 1 for 3. He'll face off against Zach Duke. 1-1 record, 3.93 ERA, 18 innings pitched, 13 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Left-handed batter. And tried to get Martin to strike out, but it ain't going to happen. Let's see what he does here. Martin flies into center field. Fowler's there. Make the catch. That's 1 down. The Cardinals 1 run away from taking a 1-0 lead here in the series. Pitch to Zach Duke, or by Zach Duke to Chris Ionetta, who's 0 for 3. And, ooh, Ionetta might get a hold of one here. This one, deep into left field, back to the wall. Pham gets to the track, and it is gone.
Deep to left field.
The Diamondbacks get Ionetta to homer. And now they're down by 4. 2 outs remaining.
No throwing.
Brandon Drury, the batter for the Diamondbacks. He is 1 for 3 with a double, 2 strikeouts, and the run scored. Here comes the pitch by Duke. Swing and a miss, and down goes Drury. So the Diamondbacks now down to their final out, and it's going to be Chris Owings, CO. What can he do here? 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. I just did. Okay, sorry, I was getting a plug in your PC thing. It's like I just plugged it in, guys. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the Diamondbacks go down. Cardinals fly up. And let's see if we can get you the fireworks show. I didn't get there in time. My apologies, guys. My apologies, guys. Hold on 1 second. It's being weird. Okay. Actually, we'll go to post. Go window capture. Properties. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. Okay, where the... Oh, that's right. I got to open up the box square. So the Diamondbacks go down to the Cardinals. Let's see, view stats. Did that come up for you guys? Nope, of course not. Why would it? There we go. So, winning pitcher is going to be Lynn. Losing pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Lance Lynn goes 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 9 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 2.57 ERA. And then for the Diamondbacks, Corbin only goes 4 1/3, 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 1 homer allowed, 8.37 ERA. And now we look at, let's see, RBIs for the Diamondbacks. Jake Lamb has 2. Iannetta has 1. Iannetta, of course, coming off the solo homer. For the Cardinals, RBIs, Paul DeJong with 3. Good game by him. He gets a homer and a triple. And, yeah, I think Lance Lynn's going to be your player of the game, so he's the winning pitcher, and he gets a big one over Arizona, 7 to where is it? RBI 7-3, the final. So St. Louis looking to move on. Go to the bracket. Bracket. Oh, OBS, you're killing me right now, dude. There we go. So we'll input this one. Oh wait, we haven't exited out of the hockey tournament. Great. Sorry about this, guys, but there we go. Gonna make it official. The Cardinals are up 1-0 in a best-of-3 game series. New York will host Tampa Bay. They're current in Game 2. Tampa Bay won Game 1. So, report scores. 7-3. Minute score. So, St. Louis takes a 1-0 lead over the Diamondbacks. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be bringing you first the game featuring the Rays and the Yankees, Game 2 in the Bronx. Should the Rays win that one, they will move on to the next round, and they will be facing the Texas Rangers, the #1 ranked seed in the AL. Remember, these are all randomly selected. And then right after that, it'll be the first of the NBA playoffs, quote unquote, because remember the first round is called the first half of the season, second round is second half of the season. If you don't get out of the first 2 rounds, basically you didn't make it to the postseason. So the first game of the quote unquote postseason, the Chicago Bulls taking on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't miss it right here on EOSN, and we will see you next time the ball flies.